Hello and welcome to the grand finals of the Seattle-Washington 2014 Regional Championship. I'm Kenny Wisdom, joined by Trevor Reed.
Hello, people.
And we're seeing quite the match here. Israel Sosa is going for his third regional win this year versus Michael Chin on your right, who is going for his second regional championship ever. He won the Northwest Regionals in Oregon in, I believe, 2010.
2009, I think.
2009? Yeah, 2009. Okay. So this is just an incredible match. You see Israel is playing Darkrai, Yveltal, and Michael will be playing his trusty Virizion Genesect deck that you've seen throughout the top 8. And what are your initial feelings on this matchup?
Sosa's running quite a few cards that are, well, not quite a few, but like a few cards like Enhanced Hammer, stuff like that, that's going to would give him an edge against Plasma, for example. But at the same time, there's going to be dead cards against Michael. However, if he runs, like if he has one gets this, he has bikes, he has that kind of stuff, so he'll go a bit faster than Kabir was probably, which could just be the edge he gets to eke out a Game 3 win against Michael. I put Sosa at about 5% favorite, but then again, Virizion Genesect is a pretty straightforward deck, and things can get out of hand quickly for Sosa if Michael gets a lot of energy. So will Israel be the three-peater, or will Michael Chin be known as the Sosa Slayer?
Do you think that Michael's enhanced hammers will factor in here at all?
I think they will, just for the fact of like minimizing like big Yveltals or like taking DCs off Boof, forcing Sosa to reach a bit, like we saw against Kabir, because Sosa also runs Boof. I think Michael could definitely win here. At the same time, I think Sosa. I think Sosa's going to three-peat, but it's not based on it's not based on much matchupping. Also, giving Sosa some mulligans is pretty good, and I think Sosa's going first.
Yeah, I think Michael going second in general starts him off on the back foot, but especially giving Israel 2 extra cards to work with. We talk a lot about how mulligans in the world of N don't really matter all that much, but going first with an explosive deck like Darkrai, Yveltal, you could definitely see, those 2 cards are 2 dark energies that he then uses to Ultra Ball away, or a dark energy and a dark patch, and just the more aggressive deck you have, the more those 2 cards definitely matter. And we're starting off with a handshake, and it looks like Michael doesn't get to go
Michael
first.
Goes first. Okay, so but I don't see an N from Michael. At the same point, going first is going to be huge. However, Sosa did start that Sableye, which can be good and bad. Bad for the Emerald Slash could potentially net Michael a prize card right off the start. But good for Sosa, because if he can get off like an Ultra Ball dark patch turn, he can get back those patches, get really early aggression, just energy on like a bunch of Yveltals, just go crazy.
Definitely, and we see Michael skyling for an Ultra Ball. You got to believe that Ultra Ball is going to grant him a Virizion EX. He's getting rid of 2 grass.
I'm hoping I see a Super Rod almost instantly.
I was going to say, you can't. If he has a Super Rod here, that's fine. You can't really ask for much more out of your Super Rods in this kind of deck. I know he has a Plasma Energy in his hand as well, and couldn't quite see the rest of his hand.
And that. If he has a Juniper, I can see why. But if he had a Juniper, I would hold the turn.
Yeah.
He had a laser in his hand. Michael does not have a laser in his hand.
No,
sorry.
it's a Plasma Energy.
It's Plasma Energy. I saw a Plasma. Oh, there's the Ultra Ball.
Yeah, and there's the Ultra Ball.
If there's some darks involved. There is some darks involved. Okay.
A dark and a laser. Getting rid of the laser there is important too, just because the lasers are pretty irrelevant.
I'd like to potentially see him drawn to another laser right now, mainly just for. He can play the laser. If it puts the Genesect to sleep, it can force Michael to attach a grass and use Energy Switch and Skyer all in one to get off the Emerald Slash.
Right.
Also, just 10 damage makes the... Oh, there's the laser. 10 damage makes the Evil Ball numbers better. But we'll see what he can do. He's having the Juniper. He's trying to fish for a Dark. Let's hope he's not filled with regret. Is he filled with regret?
And
I think he's or no, there's a dark there. He's just debating if he wants Emerald Slash or not. Or sorry, Emerald Slash.
Junk Hunt.
Yeah, I know. It's always the worst feeling with Darkrai when you Juniper your hand with 1 dark in it, and then you miss a dark off of the new Juniper. It's just the worst feeling in the world. Because you're like, I could have had this, but I didn't. I don't.
And what did he junk up there? Did you see? I missed it. I looked
Catcher
away.
and Ultra Ball.
Okay.
I don't know. I always miss the catchers with Israel because they're like the X and Y artwork, which completely throws me off. Now, Israel likes playing with his discard pile above his deck, which like when I was facing him, the judge had him swap it back, which hopefully won't see any like errors, like accidentally knocking cards, sort of thing like that, which could potentially happen. Like I understand it's a comfort thing for him, like to have the discard pile on top, so hopefully we won't see that affect anything.
Definitely, it's one of those things that just is a rule. Doesn't really matter most of the time, but you just got to enforce it.
Yeah.
And there's a town map.
He's been pretty on top of his town maps. I think, is that 2 enhanced hammer on the bottom of the boxes?
Enhanced hammer and muscle band.
Enhanced hammer muscle band. Okay, I don't know. Like I'd run. I think I don't play town map in my Virizion Genesect, but if I could get it off the first turn, like I've seen Michael do most of the time, then yeah, I'd run it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, but he misses the Emerald Slash. That's going to be huge.
No way to retreat that Genesect.
And also, it's taking poison damage from the Ender's Verbank out too. So
yeah, so is it 60 now? Going to go to 90 at the end of the turn.
So what he can do now is if Israel can get off the Gold Breaker right here, he could just run away with this game essentially. Just take the 2 prizes, hit the Virizion when it comes up, put it within Night Spear range, and just completely go ballistic. But he's Ultra Balling a Dark, so that's not too bad. If he can get Energy Switch DCE or DCE Patch Energy Switch or some combination, he's going to be like a really good position. Oh, drops a card. But here you go. Let's see. Can he pull off the dream? It's a good chance of it, though. Like a really good chance.
Yeah, he's gone through a lot. He has a lot of cards in that discard pile
he
now.
He ends without doing anything with the first thing. If he gets patches, he can still be okay, just for the fact that he can like patch some darks, junk hunt the patches back, but that's not going to be too optimal. He's going to want to really get the kill here. At the same time, it'll also have 90 on the Genesect at worst. 90 on the Genesect plus junk hunt. But let's see if he can live the dream. Israel also does run bike, like a few. So when you think the dream is dead, it might still be alive.
Definitely. And off of the 10 to 6, I think. So this Genesect is going to 9 at the end of this turn.
Or 10, 40, 70, I think, actually. Because it was 10. Oh, no, it was Verbank from the start, yeah. So.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm actually. Is the Verbank from the start for sure?
Yeah, Verbank from the start for sure. And I'm assuming it's a Verbank in the top left corner.
Yeah, that's a Verbank there.
Oh, he didn't get the dream.
Just because it hadn't attaches to Yveltal.
90. Unless he got. Okay. He's putting it within Night Spear range from the looks of it. 20, 40, 60, 90.
If he has a muscle band, it's going to be knockout, but yeah.
Yeah, he's putting it up to 150. So what he's doing here is he's forcing at least the retreat out of Michael and putting it to the bench with like within Night Spear range.
Definitely. And
then he's going to try, and he has 2 darks and discards, so patches are going to be great. And if he can just pull off like a Night Spear on that and still keep energies on Yveltal, he can actually just really force Michael into a bad position.
And Michael does hit that Skyward Bridge. It's going to be very, very...
That's going to be very nice.
Very good for him to be able to retreat that Genesect that's been stuck up there and go for the Emerald Slash this turn again. One bad thing about that is that, as you said, the Genesect is within Night Spear range now, so he kind of didn't get it out as quickly as he needed it to, but...
Also, I think we might see some Patch City plays in effect next turn, because I mean, he has the 2 darks. If he can get Tash doubled patch, he's gonna be in a pretty good position.
Yeah, that would be insane.
Because you'd also have like the energy still on that Yveltal swimming around, and then Michael has to get the G booster the next turn, or he's gonna be out of position. Also, Michael wasn't able to score a kill on that Sableye to get the even prizes, or put it to himself the uneven prizes so he can take out a boof later. Because I'm pretty sure Israel's gonna have some boof plays at some point.
Definitely, definitely. And I mean, Michael is lucky enough to have all 3 of those Genesects there built up and ready. I mean, they're not all built up. Sorry, one has a lot of damage on it. But these have 3 Genesects on board. And there's an enhanced hammer out of Israel.
That's pretty good. Tails.
There's a Pokemon
catcher. It's on the side. Oh, yeah, so it's on a slant. But it's clear.
It's good enough that it counts as heads, right?
Oh, this could be huge actually. If he can get DCE, that's a Yvel active, right? 2060. If he can get DCE Muscle Band, he's just gonna floor Michael. Because Michael does not run Color's Machine, so he's not gonna have any possible way to get off a Megalo Cannon next turn. even if he doesn't get it, if he could get some Darks to put onto a Darkrai, he could like just take 4 prizes off of a 2 Genesects the next turn.
Right. If he does not hit DCE Muscle Band here, I'd like to see him just Y Cyclone, do 90, and then move the energy probably to the Darkrai, try to set up the 2-hit KO.
He's definitely going to need a Darkrai at some point, and Michael's not in the position where he can go aggro after the Darkrai with energies yet. Did he get it? Did he even get a Dark? Is my question right now. Can't quite see.
Yeah, I see an and an enhanced hammer. There's a dark patch.
That's gonna be something.
Yeah, that's going to be very important there.
At the same time, right now. Oh wait, well, how much damage does that? Was it Emerald Slash that active Yveltal? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Oh, double patch.
Oh, double dark patch.
Patch City. But does he have like an actual attach? Oh, he does. He has a DCE. Whirlwind Slammer.
And there's the Night Spear. We were hoping he'd be able to get that White Cyclone, but he has one even better.
That's pretty good.
Night Spear out of nowhere with Yveltal on the bench now with 2 energies.
That what he's doing now is he's going to force Michael into that G booster right now. Otherwise, he's gonna get punished so hard because like even if he doesn't get the G booster, then just 2 charged attackers ready to just eat his board away. And if he does get the G booster, his G booster's gone. His Genesect's going to die. He has no energies really. And he now has to get back his G booster with a Shadow Trad, which, yeah, and then there's the N. Oh, that was a really good turn from Israel.
Yeah, an insane turn by Israel, and Michael is ending trying to dig for that G booster here. But even if he has a G booster, he's not even in the best position because all Israel needs from then is an energy, right? Because Michael would discard 2 energy off the G booster, he'll have 1 energy left, and then Israel can attack for 20, 40, 60. No, he'll be able to knock it out no matter what happens. Actually, wow, that's insane.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure that if Michael did not just draw the G booster, oh wait, did he attach a grass? Yeah, he attached a grass to the razor there.
Okay, quickly corrected.
But yeah, he did not get it. He's forced to Emerald Slash, which unless he doesn't have the Muscle Band or. Because he has a Muscle Band. No, he doesn't have the Muscle Band, so he can't even Megalo Cannon with a Muscle Band to take out the Darkrai. Oh wow, that's going to be really, really rough for Michael.
Luckily, Michael does find 2 energy. I know he's been discarding them a little bit liberally, although he gets he super routed those back.
Now, what would be interesting is if Israel can get a catcher on the Genesect with 3 energies, put 30 onto the Genesect with the 2 energies, and basically say, hi, my name's Yveltal, nice to meet you. Or even just Bouffalant. Oh, random receiver with Colress.
Colress. Perfect find. 9 cards for Israel.
I think he only runs like 1 Colress, maybe 2. So that was a really sick Colress. And he's also playing a Prof Letter, getting some Darks out, just more energies. It's just so good. Oh, what a nice Colress.
Wow. And
let's see, he's going for I'd like to see him attach the Dark right there, but I'd also like to see him get a catcher right here. I mean, coin flips are yay, but like, yeah, if he could get like a catcher heads right here, like that'd be just the best possible situation for Israel. At the same token, if he doesn't get a catcher, I would like to see him put the 30 damage on the Genesect with the energies.
Just the Verbank. Not really going to matter much, but will
potentially could. I mean, like it gets rid of 1 energy for the energy switches, I guess, but.
I mean, we'll just get rid of the free retreat option, really.
I don't know. Whenever I'm battling Virizion Genesect, just any energy's gone is just the best ever. Like if I can trade 1 card for one of their energies, no matter what that card is, usually. Well, with exceptions, of course. Actually, I should say any card, but just wiping out an energy is just so good, especially when they're so energy switch focused.
Definitely.
Then does Israel get a catcher? And if not, I'd like to see him put 30 on the Genesect with no damage, just to make it easier for Yveltal to just wipe out everything. But let's see, because if there's that Genesect on the bench with the Night Spear last turn, that has 90 on it, not like 110 or anything.
No, it has 90. Yeah, okay. No muscle band.
If it had 910, if he had a muscle band last turn, that'd been really good because then he could just snipe that and go like, okay, 1 more Darkrai, I win. But I guess he had to bring out a new Darkrai with the rest of his patches. All right, so yeah, I'd really like to see a catcher if he has one. I mean, he doesn't. Still, that's good.
Just a Night Spear. He's now set up
also
2 Pokemon.
That Darkrai still doesn't die unless he G boosters it.
Yeah, exactly, because anything that's not a G booster will not knock out that Darkrai. No Deoxys in Michael Chin's deck. That would change things if he...
No, or lasers.
Yeah, or lasers.
Yeah. So that Darkrai is sitting pretty good right now. Like the 50 damage is nothing to it really. And Michael's got to be wondering, oh god, how do I get in this position?
Alright, you guys are filtering in.
There's a Scrapper.
There's the Tool Scrapper.
There's the Sky Arrow.
And we've had some things missing. Lost and found is growing. Please keep an eye on your stuff. I don't need your stuff to become my stuff. I have too much stuff.
Oh, he's using... Is that the one with just 30 on it? Or is...
No, he's using the one with the full 90 on it.
Okay. Okay, what he's going to try to do there is just wipe out both attackers with energies off a red signal next turn.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to, give up the one that has 90 on it already, just because he'd rather do that than have some kind of tricky play where Israel can take 4 prizes in one turn.
Now, what Israel can do here, right, is if he's... I want to see him start dark patching to the other Yveltal. Yeah, he's doing that. So that even when Michael takes out the 4 prizes, he doesn't win yet, and then he has to keep 3 energies on his Genesect, so then the Yveltal can just take it out with an Evil Ball. Or Y-Cyclone, I guess. Because I'd like to see him snipe out the Genesect on the bench right now. And basically, just if he can get an energy this turn, which he's getting a Juniper for an energy, he can just lock out the game with just too much energy on his board.
And Israel's just really gone off this game. You can see how many energy on the board. He's about to go down to 2 prizes, leaving Michael at 6. And I think Michael still has a very good chance to win this game. He can still bring it back, but Israel is definitely in the driver's seat, definitely in control of this game.
Israel's drawing and playing like a man who's going to win a regionals. Oh, he's going to take out the completely fresh one, I think.
Yeah, he can.
Oh wow, that's really good and impressive. Oh wow.
Wow.
Okay.
So now at any time that Genesect becomes active,
It
Israel
dies.
will be able to take it out. Or, even the Virizion, too. Yeah. So now there's 2 options. And Michael Chin is going to scoop it up. Israel Sosa takes Game 1 over Michael Chin here in the grand finals of the Seattle-Washington Regional Championship. Israel Sosa looking for his 3rd regionals win this season. He won the Northern California Regionals back in October. He won the Arizona Regionals the next week. And now he is 1 game away, potentially, from winning the Seattle-Washington Regionals. This has been an insane year for him. I'm not sure what Michael Chin's points are looking like. I don't think he's had any huge victories this year.
I faced him in like each of the regionals, and I either took him out or tied with him. So
yeah, I think he's a very good player. He's known around here quite a bit. He always finishes in like the top 16, top 32 of regionals. But he's broken through the top 8 this time, looking to get his title. And either way, even if Israel doesn't win here, getting your best finish limits at regionals are first, second. And not soft regionals either, you know what I mean? California, huge number of players. Washington, there was a world champion in the top 8 of this tournament. An insane run by both players. So what do you think Michael has to do differently here? He does get to go first, which is going to be big.
That's going to be big. The unfortunate thing for him now is that even if he goes first here, he still goes second during Game 3. What he's going to do here is he's just going to have to wipe Israel's energy out just instantly. Want to sink the muscle band on, like if he can Emerald Slash Yveltal for 70, and then follow up with Mega Cannons, do that. But the problem about using Mega Cannon for him is that it can then be retaliated with Evil Balls fairly easy. Like it's not that easy, but if you can play like 2 patch turns, it's doable. Michael's just gonna have to do basically just business as usual, but now he has to do business as usual 2 games and guaranteed second during 1 game. It's gonna be really rough for Michael, especially the 3rd game if they get to the 3rd game. He's just going to have to just hope to wipe out Israel's energy at every chance he can get with whatever he can do. Last card was a Virizion for Michael, so he's not going to mulligan. But yeah, and then Israel, since he's going second again, he's just going to want to just go basically put as much pressure as he did last game on. Like Virizion Genesect is a very linear deck. It's set basically its resources are all set on a clock. So basically, the game is determined on how much energy Israel can get on the board versus how much energy Michael can get on the board and how much damage Israel can put it out. Like Israel's deck is not bound by any clock really, right. But Virizion Genesect's very stable clock to get his energies out. It's basically just, can Israel beat the clock 1 out of 2 next to games, which game 3 will be the one where he has the most advantage on that.
Definitely, and Michael is skyling here. I assume he's brought a town map to the front of his deck. Might just be taking that. I assume he's going to want to find a way pretty quickly, though, to get a Genesect EX on the board, maybe via a Ultra Ball. But he's dragged a town map and a Professor's Letter up to the front.
He has a Grass and Ultra Ball in hand, so if he has a Grass Ultra Ball, and I think there might be I don't know. I can't remember for the life of me. Is he running Sycamore or Juniper? I think he's running Sycamore.
I think Sycamore.
Yeah. So I think I saw Sycamore in his hand. So I'm not. Well, if he has Sycamore in his hand as his only supporter, I'm not sure I would get the Grasses here. So I could be wrong there. It might be like a Colress or something. But if getting town map wouldn't actually be bad here, if like that's the only thing he really needs to do this turn. But I guess he's Ultra Balling away some Ultra Balling some 2 energies. Okay, that's not great for Michael. You never want to have to get rid of your energies. Especially, I mean, like, you can Shadow Stride back the Plasmas, but that requires supporter for turn to get 1 energy, and not a G booster if it comes down to it. So, I don't know, like, it's not bad yet for Michael for sure, but getting rid of 2 energies just always isn't
Yeah, it's
great.
not really where you want to be. Do we confirm he has a Sycamore in his hand?
I can't confirm.
Yeah, I can't quite tell. It's either a Sycamore or a Colress, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's a Colress. It's
Colress,
Colress.
okay.
That's interesting then. If it was a Colress, I would, since it would be a probably potentially low card Colress, I might have scouted for like a Juniper, and then kept. He had the energy in the Ultra Balls anyway, so I might have scouted for Juniper there. But depends on what else he has. And Sosa's using a dowsing machine right now. Probably just want to get Dark and discard because he probably has like a Dark patch in hand or something like of that. Has a Dark at least. Oh, he already attached a DCE to his Yveltal. Okay. There's the attach from Michael. Oh, he has an N.
There's
Okay.
the N.
Okay.
He actually kind of baited Israel there because I think Israel Junipered away 2 Ns. Not to say that he might have just not done it anyways because he wanted to get some Dark in the discard pile, but Israel definitely, if Israel gets behind in this game, getting rid of 2 Ns early is not gonna be where he wants to be.
Yeah, he'll really want his full flight of Ns in deck. But as for he'll want his full flight of Ns just because at the end of the game, the way he's gonna win is he's gonna have to keep the red signals or the G boosters just out of Michael's hand.
Definitely.
And Virizion Genesect is not a deck that burns cards that much, so there'll be a lot of cards to go through to get those Plasmas or Ns. And I didn't see a supporter in Israel's hand, and there goes the enhanced hammer.
There's the enhanced hammer. All apologies for the announcements. Not sure how well you can hear those over us, but trying to continue with the commentary over them. There's a Pokemon catcher.
Oh, if he has a muscle band, or even if he doesn't have a muscle band, honestly, that's a really good turn for him. Like, the way that it's looking like right now is that Michael could just run away with this game because Israel is falling behind the clock right now.
Definitely. I mean, Israel has damage on his board, no energy on his board. He does have a few Darks in the discard pile, but Michael has his perfect turn 2.
Also, there's no Darkrai on board for Israel, so even if he has the Dark in a patch, he can't retreat to a Junk Hunt yet.
Right.
And also I don't see a supporter from his hand either. I could be wrong though because I can't really see his hand.
And there's an Ultra Ball, getting rid of 2 lasers, thinning his deck out a little bit.
I'm not sure why
this is going to get a Darkrai EX.
I'm really not sure why he discards the best cards for this matchup though.
And there's an attachment, and there's a Dark Patch.
Okay, he did get that turn. I think he's probably going to... Does he have a supporter? He has a Juniper.
Oh, and there's the Professor Juniper discarding a double color energy as well.
He has 3 DCEs in discard, I think, right now, or something like that, 2 or 3. That's going to hurt because he's going to need those.
Table 13.
If I'm Israel there, I actually don't think that I play that Burbank City Gym. I think I just hold it for if Michael plays a Sky Arrow. It provides such a small advantage, but I think you just want to bounce the Sky Arrows when you can.
Just, if you can burn a single energy off of Virizion Genesect with it, it's worth it. Because that's an energy that, even if it's not on an optimal Pokemon, it's at very least not going to be energy switched.
Definitely. And Israel goes ahead and he junk hunts for a Dowsing Machine and a Dark Patch. Can potentially double Dark Patch next turn
Patch
with the
City.
Dowsing Machine. Patch City indeed. But there's an end by Michael. Gonna go ahead and reset that a little bit. But Israel is still drawing 6 cards, so
The problem here now is that he's really fallen behind because now not only does Michael not have any damage on board, he has 2 energies on a Genesect, 2 energies on a Virizion. That Yveltal can die at any point to Red Signal Muscle Band.
yeah, I was gonna say I think the ideal turn for Michael here is Red Signal, Muscle Band, that Yveltal.
Alternatively, if he can get another Genesect down and a Muscle Band, Emerald / kill the Sableye, set up a second Genesect, and basically say, okay, not only do you need Catcher to hit me, but you also need to like just do a ton of stuff. Doesn't have the Muscle Band, but this still isn't a bad turn for him.
That's fine because he has Plasma Energy in hand, so he can do the same play we talked about last turn and also get the knockout on the Sableye, which does put him at uneven prizes, but
he's gonna have to kill Boufflant. Like Israel put a Muscle Band on the Boufflant, which shows that he's probably going to invest in it at some point.
Definitely.
And if Michael, by killing the Sableye, Michael stops him from investing in it, that's also pretty good because he doesn't really want to have to fight a Boufflant war if he doesn't have to.
Definitely.
But let's see what Israel can pull off this turn. This is when he's going to have to pull some real magic.
Yeah, Israel's definitely on the back foot here. He's going to need to pull off something. Is it possible that... What does Israel need to knock out the 3 energy for his Genesect here? Well, Catcher Heads for 1, which he has missed.
Yeah.
And there's a double Dark Patch.
Okay.
Drawn naturally. Put them both onto that Darkrai.
That's City.
And I see a DCE.
That potentially is his last DCE. I think he's considering trying to save it, considering he's probably going to want it for Yveltal. Wait, he attached it to a... okay, he's trying to get a...
I think he's trying to just go for the energy switch Goldbreaker attack because he could have double Dark Patch DCE'd and knocked out this Virizion this turn, but the problem with that is that he immediately gets responded to via a G booster if Michael has it. So I think here he's trying to put pressure on with that Boufflant, as we saw Kabir Vergy do in his top 4 match versus Michael, and kind of be able to finish off with Darkrai and also kind of be able to mitigate the Genesect G booster advantage.
Now he gets 3rd patch thanks to Dowsing, so he doesn't have the everything. So what he's going to do is he's going to try to respond to Genesect with the Boufflant when he can with a Muscle Band. But the only problem here is that Michael also has that other Genesect with 2 energies, which is on. Oh, there's a G booster. Oh no, he's gonna try to wipe out Israel's entire board here. And
is he gonna Red Signal? I don't think you Red Signal there. I think you take care of all the energies but 1.
Yeah, Michael's probably just going to run away with this game, I think. But then again, stranger things have happened. It's just more for the fact that Michael has not used any of his energy switch yet, so he can just attach energy switch, G booster again, and then have the Boufflant or the Megalo Cannon with Boufflant Muscle Band to take out the 2 non-EXs, or just kill the other Yveltal with a Muscle Band. This is not looking good for Israel, and there's this Skyro, so you have even more energy in play. He now has the capability to just bring Genesect out of nowhere with like massive energy switch plays.
Wow, and this Michael also has a Pokemon catcher in hand, and there's the G booster. 200 damage, 2 prizes for Michael. Michael takes first blood here.
And what a first blood it is.
Israel draws a Dark Energy, immediately slams it onto that Boufflant.
He can still do this. Israel can still do this, though. What he's going to want to do now is he's going to hit this Genesect for 140, and then he's going to want to get some Night Spears or something. Just take 4 prize turns. It's going to be really hard, though. Like, if you can take the Night Spear 4 prize turn, and then Michael not get a Shadow Triad, he can be good, but Israel has a long
Israel definitely
road.
has to reach here. Does Israel play Tool Scrapper? Did we see that?
I thought he did, but he was talking to me before game, and apparently he runs no Scrapper. So
okay, no Tool Scrapper.
That G booster is here to stay.
Yeah, once that G booster sticks, it is on.
Which, unless Israel can get off a amazing turn with bikes, patches, and energy switches to take out that Genesect active, Michael's probably gonna have like an attach energy switch and just take something else out. Or if he has like a plasma, he can just like, or catcher, he has a catcher in hand. Was there an N? Oh, Yeah, he's junk hunting. Yeah. Okay, so Michael really wants a catcher mechanic, and to take out, if he can get catcher or red signal with a muscle band, he can just run away with this game and take out the Boufflant and the Sableye. And then just have the G booster ready plus the Genesect Yveltal damage on the bench. And oh yeah, he has it. He has the plasma, and I saw a muscle band in his hand.
Does he have the muscle band? Okay, I was gonna say he needs the muscle band.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be
going
huge.
for it.
And he's also going to then attack with a Genesect that doesn't have the G booster on it. So even if Israel can respond, Michael probably locks this game up.
It's safe on the bench plus full HP, not too much energy. Grass away from just G boosting whatever he wants.
So Israel's really looking for an N here, I think. He's at the full 6 prizes. Michael's only at 2, and that's going to be the first step in coming back into this game.
He needs not only, like, let's see, if he needs a DCE right now, he needs DCE N, and then he has to have Michael whiff for multiple turns. And the problem here for him, too, is that Virizion has 2 grass on it, so if Michael has 1 grass in deck, he can Emerald Slash the bench Genesect, and then if Israel can't pull a catcher off after that, he can just safely G-boost or whatever he wants. There's the MVP again, the Hypnotoxic Laser. Oh, wow, he's playing a lot of the MVPs.
Lasers that do nothing in this matchup thanks to Virizion EX's ability, Verdant Wind. There's a Professor's Letter for Israel. Is there no energy left? Okay, I was going to say, there's only one. Okay. I was going to say, he seemed...
Israel needs it.
Searching through his deck.
Israel needs a lot right now. And if there's no N, I think he just loses. I'm pretty sure there's like a grass or something in Michael's hand. I'm not entirely sure though. Energy Switch also wins him the game just instantly. Like even if there's an N, it's not likely. Israel has a Getsis right now though.
He does draw a Getsis, which
okay, let's see.
Could be big.
Oh, there's like there's 2 N's, a catcher.
It hits no cards.
No catcher.
Wow.
Oh, that's a Shauna. Oh, okay.
So Israel just -1'd himself, and now Michael just needs a single energy for the G booster.
If he can get an energy switch or a grass off of this, there you go. He's going for the energy switch.
Yeah, Skylight for energy switch to seal the game up here.
Yeah.
And Michael Chin takes game 2 over Israel Sosa, and we will be heading to a game 3. As always, On the Bubble is brought to you by TopCutCentral.com. I know you've been hearing it all week. Please check out TopCutCentral.com. If you can, buy one of the lovely playmats you see on your screen. We will be finishing off this finals match, myself and Trevor Reed in the booth as always. And next week, I will be in Madison, Wisconsin, Top Cut Central home turf, covering the regionals there at the same channel, twitch.tv/onthebubble. So be sure to check that out. Once again, thank you to TopCutCentral.com for all that they do. Game 3, Trevor. Wow.
I knew after Israel won that game 1, I thought he was just going to take it at 2-0 and just have the 2-0 three-peat. But Michael put up a great fight that last game, and he's going to try to be the Israel Slayer, and just take down the giant, and see if Michael can get a second regionals win and stop Sosa from getting the
third in
tri-cup.
a year.
3 in a year. If he gets 3 in a year, has anybody done that before? 3 regional wins in a year.
I don't. There might have been some juniors or seniors that have done it.
Yeah.
But I don't think, not that I know of, in Masters. I know that there's only been 3 regionals for this year actually, right? So there's not really a way that anyone could have before.
Yeah.
I do know that people oftentimes are a big fan of doing the kind of Grand Slam, City, States, Regionals, Nationals, Worlds, which a few people have done. I think Jacob Lesage did it all in 1 year too, the year that he won Worlds in senior. I think it was a senior. And no Masters done it, obviously. That would be absurd. But
Chase in seniors won Regionals, then he top 4'd Nats, and then won Worlds. So he didn't quite
Chase
get...
Maloney?
Yeah, Chase Maloney.
Right.
He didn't quite get... He only top 4'd Canadian Nats.
No, only a top 4.
Only a top 4.
Only a top 4 in Nationals.
It was pretty disgraceful, honestly. Alright, so Israel's probably going first.
How about table 59?
I assume so. Oh, he's giving a mulligan to Michael.
Yeah, Israel's always going to go first. I think the only time... I think you always pick to go first.
There's never a matchup or a deck that you want to go second with, honestly.
Yeah, I think going second is a pretty big boon to every deck, except I think that sometimes Thundurus-based decks, they don't want to go second necessarily, but I think that it's fine oftentimes. It allows them to get the first attack off.
Yeah, like with playing Plasma, I was never like really upset about going second, but at the same time, first is always just generally better because getting one energy up on your opponent is always like the best thing you can do.
Definitely.
So
like it becomes the same thing, right? Because if your argument for going second is that you want to be able to attack first, if you go second, your opponent gets to attach, and then you get to attack. Or if you go first, you get to attach, then your opponent attaches, and then you attack. Like it becomes the same thing either way. I just think that in Thundurus-based decks, it's not as bad to go second.
Yeah, no, for sure, that's completely true. It's just always the way I feel about it is that I'd rather have an extra energy on board than 30 damage on my opponent's board.
Oh, definitely.
Because, I mean, like, yeah, that 30 damage might set up a Lugia play better, but I can't use the Lugia without 4 energy. Yeah, so think about it, the only reason I would want to go second is if I could guarantee myself the turn 1 Raid Knuckle energy, stuff like that, but I can't know that I'm going to get that.
Definitely.
Like,
I could break into my comedy act right now. The problem is it's not Pokemon approved.
Here, Chris Clinton, TO of the event, or some kind of judge of the event, often the TO in Oregon, making some announcements. All apologies, that's pretty loud for you guys. Tried to position ourselves pretty far away. And here's the game 3 handshake. Israel flips over an Yveltal EX.
Michael has the optimal start for the optimal first 2 turns.
I see a double dark patch in Israel's hand.
These guys that catch your tails.
Yeah, there's a missed catcher. That catcher obviously going to be used just to kind of stall a little bit, as you're saying, get rid of some energy, make Michael maybe miss. Oh, and there's a Juniper.
He's going to have a hard time patch seeding with that.
Can you imagine if I had an Ultra Ball in it? If the catcher was an Ultra Ball instead, that would have been insane.
That would have been an amazing hand.
And Israel is clearly not happy about having to discard those 2 dark patches.
What Israel really probably wants to do right now is get off a junk hunt.
There's a turn 1 town map again. We reveal 2 energy prize. It looks like an enhanced hammer and a super rod. So 2 energies and a super rod prize is a pretty big game. And Michael gets the attachment and ships the turn back, as Virizion and Genesect decks usually do on turn 1.
Yeah, he's really going to want to junk on that turn because 2 patches in the discard is just horrendous. He has energies in hand. Oh, he gets this. Oh, okay. That's not going to help Mike. Well, that's not going to be too great.
Gets this, turns into a chair in there, drawing Israel 3 cards, getting rid of, what was that, enhanced hammer, muscle band, something else?
Yeah, something like that. I know Michael now has a chorus in hand and a plasma energy. So basically, he's going to be doing right now. He's just going to be like, okay, low card chorus, just go aggro attacking, and just basically be like, okay, your chorus is for 3. What can you do with this? Michael's just going to talk to a Junior probably, though. Like,
that's the dream. And a Y-Slide clone, 110 damage actually after the Ultra Band. Moves the DC.
What did he get? Oh, he topped it to grass. So he's going to have Emerald Slashes and Mega Cannons, but okay, he's going for it.
Colors for 3. How do you feel about the low count colors?
I think, I don't know, like, Israel knows that the course is there, so Israel isn't going to drop basics, really. At the same time, Michael has the energy for the next turn, but then he also doesn't have the muscle band to kill it. So I'm not sure which one I do. I might just, in the moment, might just chorus for 3 and be like, okay, hopefully I get like a Skyla or a chorus. But then again, he also had energy guaranteed for the attack next turn in his hand.
And there's a muscle band. That's pretty ideal there.
That's pretty good there. If he has an energy, like, this could turn into a really good turn for him. At the same time, if he can just Bouffant Goldbreaker, that's...
I think in most of those turns, I probably don't play the Colorless there, just because I feel like, A, you're going to Emerald Slash this turn, so you're going to thin your deck out a little bit even more. And as we talked about this whole tournament, the power of Virizion and Genesect often lies just on the board. And so I think that Michael can, skip a turn or 2 or 3 of dropping a supporter in exchange for just loading up Virizion a bunch, or loading up Genesect with Virizion a bunch.
So... what Israel really wants right here is a Dark and a Darkrai, so he doesn't die to a Megalo Cannon if Michael has an energy in that 2-card plus draw hand, which I assume he would get it through some means or another. So Israel has the Darks, but does he have the Darkrai?
Well, I thought he was only taking 1 Dark there, but...
It wouldn't be horrible to take 1 Dark here if he has a Juniper as his only supporter, and he has like nothing else sort of thing. but he's taking both, so he probably is not just going to Juniper away, considering he has 2 patches in this card. I don't know. He Juniper Darks at the beginning, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has a dowsing in hand, so he has quite a bit to work with at the very least. He's dowsing machine away, Dark Verbank.
Yep.
Okay.
He might just be getting Pokemon Catcher here. He's dragged the Pokemon Catcher to the front. There's also a Dark Patch in front, but I think that might have just been laying on his discard pile.
Yeah, just try to put damage on the Genesect and say, okay, you take this guy, but then my Bouffant's going to take you out, and I'm going to end you down. And then you're going to have to Emerald Slash. I'll take out your Virizion. Is there going to be a heads here?
And that's a tails.
Oh, wow, okay.
I mean, I think it's actually fine for Israel, as long as he can get a Darkrai this turn to be able to retreat that Yveltal. I think it's fine to kind of attack with the Bouffant, knock out the Virizion, and then just kind of say, if you want to attack me, you're going to have to knock out my Bouffant, which is a non-EX. Use a G-Booster if you have it, use a Muscle Band if you have it. But
so he's attaching. He's a Juniper. What did he get rid of?
Dark Patch.
Oh, there's a Dark Patch in there?
Sorry, Dark. So I couldn't see the rest.
If there's a patch in there, I'd be pretty upset.
Yeah.
But
and there's the Darkrai off the Juniper.
Excellent. So that's what he's going to go for. Okay, so Israel's back. Well, he's now on pace, I'd say. It depends on what Michael has in his hand. He's a Genesect. Is that a Juniper, or is that a catcher?
I think it's a catcher.
It's a catcher. Oh, okay. Heads. Oh, does he have the energy as his last card? Oh, he's a Sycamore. Oh.
5, 6, 7 Plasma Energy and Muscle Band has been found.
I should go over and give him a high five right now.
I'd like to see... Actually, I guess he doesn't need a Tool Scrapper there because he's knocking out this Yveltal, so Tool Scrapper... Oh, well, he's going to go ahead and do...
I don't hate him doing that.
1-for-1. No, it's fine.
Yeah, just... Let's see. Now... Okay, so it's up to Israel to do everything now. Wait, did he also Enhanced Hammer off the DC on that Boof, or is it still there? Oh, no, he didn't attach... Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, DC's still there. It's just he never attached a Dark, that's what I was thinking about. What... Okay, so you got the Enhance back and you got a Grass back. What he's going to want to do right now is get off the mother of all Yveltal turns and just wipe that Genesect right out.
Yeah, but he has attached to the Bouffant, so it looks like he's on that mono Bouffant plan for now.
I don't hate that because it's safe and consistent.
Definitely.
But, I don't know. Yeah, considering his only supporters an N for 4, it's not going to get off a giant Genesect. Unless he gets like some sort of ridiculous bike combo.
I mean, I think, and the thing is too, is I think that Israel's definitely on the back foot here, but I don't think that he's necessarily completely out of this game yet. I think he has a few turns to hit what he needs to hit, otherwise Michael will be taking over this game, and you think that a big Yveltal is really his only option here.
Oh, he doesn't have a Genesect on board, so this laser could actually matter.
You mean a Virizion?
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't even realize that the laser does matter.
Oh, Enhanced Hammer the Plasma too. Oh, that's pretty good. Alright. Now, if only he had a Verbank to go along with that.
The Sleep Flip could be huge here. Michael wakes up.
Okay. So he's up to 130, but Poison goes back, it's at 140.
At least if Virizion
there we go.
Doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, Flip didn't matter. Not having the Verbank kind of did, but I think he's lost 2 already. Like, I think he Ultra Balled 1 and then 1 got nerfed. So Michael has another Sycamore in hand, which is truly proving to be superior to Juniper right now.
It looks like he's considering Red Signal and whether he wants to commit more energy to this damaged Genesect. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly.
Because Israel can just swap over and take it out with the other Boof.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a huge chance that Michael just attaches here, even whether he Red Signals or not, attaches and then just Junipers or Sycamores and then draws nothing, and has just lost to Genesect another 2 prizes, and...
probably the game at that point.
And we saw Israel turn around this, that last turn was huge for...
Oh, yeah.
Huge for Israel with... We're just going to see...
If he misses the energy switch, this will be the biggest turning point of this game. I see an Enhanced Hammer, a Plasma Ball, I see some supporters.
I did not see an energy switch.
I did not see an energy switch. If he missed the energy switch here, that could just honestly end the game by itself. I don't think he has it. And he attached already to the Virizion.
Yeah, he attached the Plasma to the Virizion.
Which actually, funny enough, makes it weak to laser again.
Right.
For all that it matters. Because I think Israel's like out of lasers at this point, or at least,
Israel has gone through a significant amount of his deck. But wow, this might be the pivotal. I mean, Israel getting that laser, adding some extra damage to Michael's Genesect that turn was big, and then followed up by this turn. I think Israel has swung right back into this game. We have seen so many
swings in this match.
So yeah, so many swings in this match, and so many swings in this tournament too. We've seen this at least 2 or 3 comebacks. I'm really.
This is pretty good finals.
Definitely.
As I said though, Blazer, most valued player here, man.
Hypnotoxic Laser is not super good against Virizion decks, but some of the.
Oh yeah,
otherwise
he has to sacrifice it. If Israel can get a catcher right here and a Dark Energy and kill that Genesect on the bench, he's probably locked this game. My biggest question right now is, does he have a supporter? He might not. Oh, he has an N. Okay. So he's probably just going to junk hunt here and then go for the catcher, I would think. Get back some of those million patches that he discarded. But, yeah, he really wants... Well, he already touched the Sableye, I guess. So if he gets the catcher, I'm pretty sure he's going to be filled with regret over that. But we'll see.
So the Genesect has 140 on it, or 130.
Oh, he enhanced hammered off the plasma.
Set him behind even more.
Oh, wow.
Israel's playing pretty quickly, pretty aggressively. It seems like Israel's pretty prepared.
Double patch.
Junk hunt for double dark patch.
Oh, he's
and
playing
Michael is
super aggressively.
Real trouble here.
Like that's some aggression.
I mean, energy switch into an Emerald Slash does put Michael back into this game.
At the same point, right? If Israel gets off the Night Spear next turn, he can put 30 damage on the Genesect with the damage, basically saying, whatever you use, I'm going to Boufflant kill. Or something of that.
Definitely.
So, and then, he has to invest another Plasma onto the Virizion as his energy per turn. Also, I'm very curious to see... Oh, there's a catcher. Heads. Oh, that's
just trying to prevent the Darkrai, the Dark Patch tricks there.
That's pretty good. At the same time, he's also getting really low on catchers, so he could potentially Boufflant if Boufflant Muscle Band putting the Virizion to 140, and then getting a catcher turn and just taking 4 prizes with the Darkrai. Especially in how low he's running on switches, or not switches, catcher outs. Because I think we've seen like 3 Plasma, Shadow Triad, and a catcher.
It also depends his energy count left here. I think he has enough. I think by my count, 1, 2, he should have 3 left in the deck. I could be totally wrong on that. There's 1 prize as well. Yeah, I'm not sure, but he does get the 2 right on the Genesect DX.
So, big question is how does Sosa respond to this? He has Bicycle, I think, or something of that. What? Oh, okay.
Looks like he was about to retreat,
and then he considered better plays. What he pretty much won is an energy switch here. Although
he needs double energy switch to attack with the Darkrai at the very least.
Although if he can get off a junk hunt turn and like Michael does not get catcher sort of things, he can junk hunt back catcher patch or whatever he wants to do with that. Take a Night Spear the next turn, or like catcher if he can kill a Genesect, put 30 on the other Genesect. So then when he has to attack with it, he can kill with a Yveltal or something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't get me wrong. I think that Israel is fine to junk hunt here. Like he almost retreated to Sableye at the beginning of the turn. Michael has 4 prizes left to knocking out the Sableye while putting uneven prizes. I think he's totally fine to sit behind a junk hunt for at least 1 more turn. So he didn't really have to extend resources to really go for anything there.
Yeah.
If he gets a Night Spear, he gets catch a Night Spear, that'd be cool. But if not, I can just sit back, junk hunt, and not worry about it all too much.
Yeah, completely. Like, I prefer Michael's situation a little bit right now. At the same time, Israel can just win the game. Not this turn, but like he can win it over like the next few. And Michael has a clear path to winning, but Israel could definitely do it. Also, Michael doesn't really have much tricks for it.
Dowsing Machine and Catcher are the junk hunt targets for Israel.
Very solid.
Gonna take a look through his discard pile. Is Michael probably counting dark patches honestly at this point, because we've seen them junk hunted back from the discarded on turn 1.
Just seeing how much he can reach. I think Israel's now has like all catchers on board, in hand and stuff, and Muscle Band. Oh yeah, he's gonna take that out with an Emerald.
You can get the knockout on the Sableye with the Emerald Slash with the added muscle band damage.
That's pretty good. What he's going to want right now, though, like for Israel is going to want is he's going to want that catcher completely. Catch up that damaged Genesect, and then take out, put 30 onto another Genesect if he can. What I think this might come down to is, well, how much Israel can reach in one turn with the Yveltal if Michael can get up a fresh Genesect with energy switches or whatever, or if Israel can get a catcher flipped in the late game is going to be pretty big. Course for 8, that's pretty good. Course is just an insane draw supporter. My favorite probably because there's so much to manipulate with you're using, like, if you know your opponent's going to use a Colress, there's so much you can manipulate, but there's also so much that, like, Pokemon you just put down to make that card like a 10 card Colress. Definitely.
Colress is huge. I mean, I'm actually not too big of a fan of the card because I think it's so swingy. Like, when Shauna came out, I just immediately replaced Colress with Shauna in most of the decks that didn't just have huge benches. But it definitely feels good when you're playing something like the Plasma deck that you and Chase have been playing.
I know. I was high-fiving people when I got 10 card Colresses.
Yeah, exactly.
Got a few of those.
Draw step from Michael is a Darkrai EX, or sorry, from Israel is a Darkrai EX.
Oh, and he really wants like something big draw card right here. Juniper is a big draw card.
That's the biggest of the draw cards, actually.
Yeah. So what he's going to do here is he's going to get that catcher. He's going to want that heads on that catcher. Unfortunately for Israel is that the second Genesect now has 2 energies on it, so now it's free to just attack with attach or an energy switch. That's not what he wanted to see, because it means he's going to have to. He can't just kill it with a Genesect with a Bouffalon. He's going to have to go for a big Yveltal turn, and unfortunately he doesn't have that many patches left. Let's see,
big catcher here, and that's
a heads. Oh, he's going for that one though. That is very interesting. I'm very surprised he's going for that Genesect, actually. I would think he would just go for the prizes right now and try to force it so that he only needs to attack once more. I mean, I guess now at the same point, he just needs to catch the win, so that actually probably is a better play. At the same time, it's also relying on a flip in the late game where he has like 1 catcher left.
Right.
And I don't like seeing it come down to a catcher if it doesn't have to.
Definitely. And what did Israel dowsing for here?
I'm not sure. I think he dowsing for a muscle band. That's interesting. I would have personally thought he would have gone for a patch or something of that. But depends what he has in mind for a plan, because I'm not exactly sure how much resources he has left.
Right.
Well, he's probably just going to do is he's probably just going for the Bouffalon. Yeah, he's just going for the 140 and try to go for the Night Sphere next turn. The problem with that is that Michael has a pretty good chance probably of just bringing up that Darkrai and killing it. And then even then, Israel would still need a catcher to win.
Yeah, I think Israel's just setting it up to where he can take 2 prizes off of Pokemon Catcher next turn, as you were saying, but I do think it provides some risk.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think Michael's the favorite to win right now, but Israel still is definitely in this. But we'll have to see. It depends on how much catchered things Michael has left, and also if he can even grab something to kill this Bouffalon with. I think that, yeah, the Darkrai has 70 on it, so in order to kill that on the bench, you'd need like a Red Signal Muscle Band or something of that. I think he has like 1 Plasma left, 1 catcher left. G-Booster has still not been played, and it's not in prizes from the looks of it. Yeah, his prizes look like an N, a Grass, and a Super Rod. So his prizes aren't too great, right? Like Michael's prizes aren't too great for like a late game resource push, because the N won't really help him too much. The Grass potentially could help him, and the Super Rod won't really help him. At this point anyway, because right now he doesn't really need energy, he just needs massive firepower through items.
Definitely. And I'm also honestly fine with Michael just retreating here.
Yeah.
Attaching, does he have a muscle band left?
Michael? Yeah. I think I've seen 2 from him, so I think he has like 1 left potentially.
Probably has the 1 left.
His supporter is a Colress that'll be for about 7, I think. So I have to see what he gets off that.
But if you can get the muscle band here, I'm fine with him just knocking out the Bouffalon.
Yeah.
With Genesect DX on the bench, going into 2 prizes, and then I wouldn't say having the advantage here, because he has a very fragile board state, but Israel doesn't also does not have much. So
For sure. I think it's going to come down to a lot is what the result of that last catcher from Israel is going to be. I think that's going to determine this game for the most bit. Unless Michael can just, I don't know, kill the Darkrai this turn.
Right, catcher or red signal G booster, something like that.
But I don't see anything. Oh, I see Scrapper from Michael. That looks about. Oh, see. Oh, there's a Plasma, but he's attached to grass.
He's attached to grass already. Yeah, it's not a.
Yeah, so
it doesn't matter for this turn.
I don't think he has the. Yeah, it doesn't look like he has a Muscle Band or a G booster. I think he just has a Scrapper on that, and then to hit it for whatever amount. That is like honestly like the best news to Israel right now.
Definitely, you can see Israel sitting back, arms folded, kind of nervous, but also feels like he can do
definitely
it here.
Win this right here.
I mean, is it possible that he just has like energy Dark Patch catcher in his hand, and that's why he's just sitting back? Like that's why he made that play, just hoping he hits the 50-50.
That would be pretty good. Probably, I don't know. He could have it. I mean, he doesn't have that thick of a deck, so it depends. He only runs. Well, he runs 2 Sableye, I think. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I think he pulled out 2 Sableyes against me. So he potentially could just like end Michael down and do another Junk Hunt turn. Or not even end Michael down at this point. He could just do another Junk Hunt turn if he has another Darkrai left, which I think he does.
No energy left for Michael, but that's fine. He has fully built up Genesect EX.
He just has he could float any Pokemon there. He can attack with anything. Like he could bring out Lugia if he wanted.
Definitely.
But very interesting about Michael's list is that he runs no non-EXs, which I found very surprising.
There's a Pokemon catcher.
Is this it?
It's necessarily it because
he tails.
Heads would not have won him the game there for what it's worth, but it would have put him ahead. And we're gonna see most of his deck now too.
There's actually a lot in there too.
No supporters left.
There's a lot in there for Israel to win with, though. And I think Israel might have a supporter in hand. But if Israel could have gotten the catcher there, or wait, does Israel even have supporters left?
No, he has no supporter. I mean, he has something in hand, but he has no supporters left in his deck.
Oh, I think he has like a Dark Patch Energy Switch or something like that in hand. So if he got the catcher heads there, he would have won the game.
Wow.
That was monstrously huge. So since he doesn't have any support, yeah, that was game.
This is still anyone's game, I think.
It really depends right now whether Michael can sink a G booster.
Actually, all Michael needs to do now is just knock out the Buffalon G boost right signal with the Plasma in his hand next turn and G booster. So he needs to find the G booster, but that's all that he needs.
And think about it too is
I see Michael very quickly just attacking. I don't want to see him pick the super out. I mean, I don't think it matters, I guess.
Patch. What's he doing?
Wait,
he has the win.
Yeah. Energy switch.
Israel! Sosa is a 3-time regional champion in 1 year.
Wow. Israel Sosa is your
3-time world
Seattle, Washington regional champion. Yeah. Congratulations to him. Thank all 170 of you for watching. Thanks, Trevor Reed, for joining me in the booth.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
I'm Kenny Wisdom. On behalf of On the Bubble and Top Gun Central, please tune in next week in Madison, Wisconsin at this very same time, very same channel. Thank you for watching. All the videos will be up on YouTube this week. Okay, I love you. Good night.